Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patrice, and this is my embellished life. It's a pattern review today, guys. Yes, yes, yes. The Sojo is back. Yes, so for today's episode, it's all about McCall's 8089. Yes, yes, yes. So if that's something you're interested in, let's get in it. I am so excited, you guys. I am so excited for the return of my Sojo. It's been rough. It's been very rough. But this particular dress from McCall's 8089, it took me a couple of weeks. Well, yeah, about 3 weeks or so to complete. And that is because in between that time, I also had to travel for work as well. So I've just finished the completed garment and I am so excited about it. So we're gonna have a brief chat about it. So Macaw's 8089, it's a dress pattern. It's a very girly and flirty dress pattern, and I am here for it all. It has an elastic waist. It's tiered. Multiple views has the tiered look or the gathered bottom, and it's long sleeve as well. And then also we have different options at the neck where you can have flunks and frills, or you can have a plain neck or a neck with ties with it. And I am so excited for this dress. Now, I did a mashup with this dress because I didn't want to have long sleeve. Look, it is summer. It is hot. Oh my gosh, all sort of things are going on. So I'm trying to keep cool. Right now in the Caribbean, there are some of the islands that have been, you know, devastated by Hurricane Beryl, and my heart goes out to all of my Caribbean peoples in the St. Vincent and the Grenadine, Grenada, and Barbados. I know Jamaica took a hit as well, the Cayman. So my heart goes out to all of my Caribbean brothers and sisters. I hope you all had minimal damage. I hope you all and your families are safe. And we continue to pray for God's protection over the entire Caribbean region. So, yeah, so with this particular dress, like I said, I did a mashup between views. Let me look at my book, my trusty book. So I did view B for the bottom because I just love that tear look. And the bottom actually reminded me of the skirt that I made for the BHM pattern challenge. And yeah, I definitely like this style. And to be honest, I think I'm going to try this bottom in just a skirt because I do want to replicate that three-tiered skirt look. So yes, so that was one of my reasons for choosing view B. So I did view B for the bottom, and then for the top, I did view C because I wanted to have the ties at the neck. Now, in terms of the sleeves, didn't do any sleeves. It is all sleeveless for me. Now, in terms of the fabric, I used up the majority of my fabric, I think. So I have this lightweight cotton lawn Swiss dot fabric, and I'm just going to show you the entire garment because I don't have the fabric remnant with me. So if I could just put the book down, you can see the Swiss dots. I love a good Swiss dot. I do love it. So this is for the fabric, and I did it all pink. And now the under fabric, it's rose gold cotton fabric, and I think it came out pretty well. Now this fabric, Did I? I think I purchased it from Cali Fabric some years ago. And at the time, I had a different plan for this fabric. It was a dress. Um, it was another McCall pattern. The number is not coming to my head now, but I'll put the pattern up for you to see it. But the fabric had other plans for itself. And I think that it came out beautifully with this pattern. Now, in terms of the size, I did do a size 18. I didn't grade down or anything for it. And so far, so good with this pattern. And of course, I did a 5/8 of an inch seam allowance. With no sleeves, I had to add the bias binding, which I absolutely have no qualms about. So, and I'm so happy with this dress. Now, the length and everything for this dress is perfect. How I intend to wear this dress most of the time, I intend to have a belt, a wide, a wide belt around the waist to give me more of that shaping. But I do like the elastic there nonetheless, and of course the ties. It just gives me that flirty feminine look that I like at times, and I'm absolutely pleased with this dress. So let's talk about some of the adjustments. Now, in terms of the adjustments, there were only one, to be honest. The only adjustment that I did design wise was that instead of having long sleeves, I just made it sleeveless. And everything other than that was exactly as it stated. I didn't do any sort of adjustments to measurements, seams allowance, or anything like that. And it came out absolutely brilliant. Now, I did do a thing with some sort of experimentation with the arms because I'm considering whether to do a slope shoulder adjustment instead. You guys know that sometimes when I'm doing the sleeveless, I tend to grade the armholes instead of doing any sort of other complicated measurement, and it has worked in the past. But I'm trying to determine whether or not I need a slope shoulder adjustment. So that is why I kept it as it is, just for me to determine whether or not I should just keep grading out to give me the fit that I like, because it works for me. Whether or not it's a correct method, I don't know. Could be very unconventional, I don't know. But that is what I do. But I'm trying to decide whether or not I should do a slope shoulder adjustment as well. So that was one of my reasons for leaving it as is. To be honest, when I took the pictures, I didn't really check or notice anything out of place with the shoulders, or with the shoulders and the armhole region. So that is something I have to go back to check to see if there were any significant gaping of such. So yes, so that was one of the reasons that I decided to do this experimentation. So we'll see what the outcome of it, whether or not I should just continue grading or sometime, or should I do a slope shoulder adjustment. And to be honest, the grading all the time, it doesn't work all the time. I would be the first to admit it, but it works nonetheless. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. So that's the only adjustment that I did. In terms of doing the sleeves, I did sleeveless. So now that I've talked about the adjustments, the little adjustment that I did, let's have a talk about the difficulty of the pattern. But before I talk about the difficulty, it's imperative that I mention the amount of pattern pieces in the pattern. So with the combination of view B and view C, there was a total of 9 pattern pieces all together. Now with view B, we had the 3 tails together. There's also a under a underlining pattern piece as well. And then for view C, there's the front and back, and there's the tie, and then all the pieces for for the neck. So all in all, everything came out to 9 pattern pieces. Now the pattern is rated as easy, and from the back it says that it has 15 pattern pieces. Okay, so I use 9 and it's rated as an easy pattern. Now, the thing about this pattern, and this was just me when at the time when I was sewing up the pattern, I was very distracted at the time, doing multiple things at once, as I usually do. But this time around, I was super, super distracted. So it took me a while to get certain things done or to read the instructions properly. So I wouldn't say that the instructions are difficult, because they are not. You know, under a different time, under different circumstances, I know that I could have done this with a breeze. But because of the time, the circumstances which I was under, it made things just a bit more difficult. So I really can't not commend, sorry, comment. There we go. Tongue, work with me today. So I really can't comment on the difficulty of the pattern as of yet. I do know that I do want to make this pattern again, but I think because at the time I was doing so many other things and my mind were elsewhere at the time as well, working on multiple projects, that I didn't have the mental space to focus on this and this alone. So, yes, as of right now, I can't comment on the readability of the pattern instructions. But what I can comment on is that after, I got my mind situated and everything, the pattern is easy to put together. I just need to make it again, just to confirm whether the readability of the pattern pieces. So yeah, that is just my take on the difficulty of the pattern. So in terms of the fit, mwah, brilliant. I love the fit. It's not too loose, not too tight. It has just enough positive ease in the dress that you're comfortable, you're able to move with it, and the fabric is so light and airy that you're just able to flow, just flow. So I love the pattern. I love the fabric that I chose for the pattern, and I just like how feminine the dress is, and I can tell that I would have some fun with it. Right now I'm looking at accessorizing this dress, with I've already told you about the my wide belt, but also I'm thinking whether or not I should add one of my wide brim hats, and what you may call it, or maybe put on one of my denim jacket, or either my denim jacket or a denim shirt over it, just to give it that oomph, make it Patrice, and maybe some ankle boots or some low boots. I don't know. The wheels on my head are turning, but I do absolutely love this dress. I just love it, and I can actually see myself wearing, or not even wearing it, making more of this dress in the future. So, what are my overall thoughts with McCall's 8089? Love it. Love, 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 love it. Like I said, I don't want to make it again to just to make sure the readability of the instructions are safe, easy. But I have no doubt about that. I was just distracted at the time of making this dress. But all in all it came out beautifully. Like I said, I like how flirty it is. I am loving it. I think when I make it again, I would make it with sleeves, but not long sleeve. I really have a thing for um, sort of puffy elbow length sleeves right about now. I'm trying to mix up my wardrobe with different styles and variations of things, because leave it to me, I can be sleeveless all day every day. It doesn't bother me, but I'm trying to diversify my wardrobe a bit. So I think the next time that I make it, definitely I might try some puff sleeves to it. But for those of you all who haven't made this pattern as yet, highly recommended. Highly recommended. Look, if you don't have it in your stash, get it. I know there's some pattern sales going on, both on Simplicity, and I think there's some sort of sale going on Joanne right now. So get this pattern if you are able to do so. And if you have it in your stash, I don't know what you're waiting on. Sew it up. Look, we are in summer. This is the perfect season for this dress. And if you make it in the other seasons like spring and fall, it's a perfect layering piece as well. And so I highly recommend this pattern. And if you try it, I don't think that you'll be disappointed either. All right, lovies, that is all that I have today with my calls 8089. Please, please, please think about sewing this pattern up. Look, you won't regret it. I'm just saying. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also click that notification bell so you can always be aware of all of my shenanigans. Yes, I've been quiet for some time, life was just life in. Like I said, I had to also travel for work as well. So just been busy, but now my soldier is back and I'm thinking about all sorts of different things. I have ideas that I'm excited to execute. So you want to keep locked for that. You definitely want to keep locked for that. I hope you have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Think lovely thoughts. Keep on smiling. And always remember to make beautiful and wonderful things. All right, lovies, I'm out of here. Bye.